Hey there, my name's John Daly and I'm an expert on the platform we like to call LinkedIn. It's a business-to-business social media platform, and today I want to speak to a fairly specific group of people who are big users of this platform, and these are people who are engaged in the financial services industry. So you might be an independent financial advisor, you might work for a bank, or you might work for an insurance company, and you might be looking for a way to promote what you do on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. But you might be concerned because the financial regulation that takes place and this key element of compliance that everybody has to adhere to makes it difficult to know what's wrong and what's right and what will work and what won't and what is acceptable to be working on LinkedIn. So if we look what's currently happening with most people on LinkedIn, the sad truth behind it is most people are actually invisible. There are a certain number of sections that you have to fill in a LinkedIn profile, and if people don't fill in those sections, then they're to all intents and purposes invisible. A lot of people in your industry are exactly that. And what I want to do is help people to find their visibility and to do three things really. And one is to turn up in search for what you do, for the services you provide and the help you can give people. I want you to be, once you have been found, to be viewed for what you do and for people to get a good understanding and a good engagement in the ideas of how you might be able to help them. And then finally what we want to do is create the purpose of the profile, which is to give you some form of tangible business results. And the truth is, sadly, for most people, the majority of people, that doesn't happen. Most people seem to be pretty invisible on LinkedIn because they don't fill out the right boxes and they don't know what to say. I think in the financial service sector, this is doubly difficult by the nature of compliance and regulation. So I'm here to help you make the best and make your LinkedIn profile work for you. And so I guess you might be asking yourself the question, how can I make my LinkedIn profile work for me? It's a really good question to ask. And there is an answer. My view on this is that you have to focus in on the foundations and the cornerstone of what LinkedIn is all about, and that is your personal profile. It's that bit that you own, it's you on LinkedIn. And if that's set right in the first place, then everything else can follow. I've seen lots of internet marketing and lots of people doing coaching for LinkedIn, and they always talk about lead generation. They talk about making money out of LinkedIn. And let's face it, that's probably what we want to do in the long run. But the point is, if you start with that process at the beginning and you haven't sorted out your profile in the first place, you're probably going to fall on stony ground. And the reason being that anything you do, whether it's on LinkedIn or on the internet or externally out there at networking meetings or client meetings or business conferences, whatever, when people look at you and meet you or get your business card, within an hour or two, they're coming back and looking at you and trying to find out what makes you tick. And let's face it, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to look for you on LinkedIn. So how do you look? You know, if you've got an image there, if you've got a profile that's really well representing what you are, what you do, and reflecting a great message about you, then you can be proud of that. And you can be pleased with that, and you can have that bit in your armoury that you know is going to support you moving forward by putting complementary messages in play that meet what you think. They might meet what your other websites and your other digital territories are saying, and they might be really helpful to your cause. Having said that, most people's, sadly, aren't. Some people don't even put images in. They don't have a headline that's helpful to them. They don't tell their story. They don't take the opportunity maybe to put a case study in about how you can help people when they have challenges and you can provide solutions to those challenges and the positive outcome that can come from people as a result. And I'm notwithstanding the fact that you have compliance issues and regulatory things that we have to think about here, but you can still get good content in and things that accurately reflect what you do. But the profile has to come first. So what are we going to do now? Well, I'm going to put on a live webinar in a week or so's time, in fact on Wednesday of next week. And in that webinar, I'm going to show you how to get found in the first place and turn up in search. I'm going to share with you how you can put content on your LinkedIn profile that will almost guarantee that you get viewed. And I'm going to show you how you can encourage those actions that will get you that tangible business result. I'm also going to discuss with you the different elements of a LinkedIn profile and the parts that count. There's about 144 different settings or buttons you can push or things you can fill in. There's about 8 or 9 that actually count. So I'm going to show you the real 80-20 of your LinkedIn profile on this live webinar on Wednesday of next week. And that's all I want you to do. If you're, let's face it, what I want to, again, let's have a look at the people I want to talk to here. You might be somebody who runs a business. It might be a business that you own in the financial services sector, and you're wondering how to integrate LinkedIn into your company. You might work within a financial services business. You could be in banking, you could be insurance, you could be anywhere else that's in that regulatory and compliance sort of domain. I reckon I can help each and every one of you. And it starts with me helping you understand why LinkedIn is important and showing you what you can do. So if that's something that interests you, then please click on the box below. If it's something you're not quite sure about, if you're new to LinkedIn or you're not quite sure about how you want to work with this platform or whether you want to work with it at all, well, I don't want to waste your time, and really I don't want you to waste mine, so don't click on this. But if you're someone who believes you can get some value and you can get some help by having a cracking LinkedIn profile that will work for you, then sign up below. Once you've signed up, I'll send you all the details and you'll find out exactly how to get on board with the webinar. It's going to be dead easy, very uncomplicated and easy to do. And you'll be able to get it, probably last for about half an hour. We might do a bit of Q&A on there as well. But at the end of that process, you'll understand what it takes and you'll understand what you have to do to make your profile work for you. So thanks for watching, and I hopefully see you soon.